Victoria, David, Deborah and Keith. I just wanted to start the show off and thank you, all of you, for your PayPal contributions in the last few days. Thank you, much appreciated. Like I said, anyone that does send a PayPal, I will give you a thanks out here on the chat, on the show, and I'll thank you in PayPal. So anyone that wants to send anything, the links are below. So I just wanted to say thank you to you five, the famous five, PayPal five. Thank you. We're 314 days in, folks. 314. It comes to like a thief in the night 200 plus 114 trump card, and 114 is a very big number as well. So 314. Let's see what comes. And we're now in November 30th. So we've had the Black Friday a couple of days ago, the weekend. Also as well, I've mentioned this, but I've even worn appropriate clothing for it today. So the last couple of days I've mentioned Tangem because I'm affiliated with Tangem, and they've made such a brilliant offer to my audience in the last couple of days. A lot of you are taking it up. So here are your Tangem cards, which are basically your physical crypto cards. So you can do things crypto just all online. That's one way you can do it. But if you want an extra layer of security, peace of mind, and actually something physical that you hold, you can get your Tangem cards. And they come in these colors. Look, see, t-shirt, hoodie, fuchsia, and I guess purpley lavender. You also get a third one. You can either pick 2 cards or 3 cards, up to you. And they come in this wonderful box here. There you have it. So that's the Tangem box. So it's a physical piece of kit. But right now, the reason I mention it is you're getting a double discount. So anytime you click the Tom Numbers Tangem link below, you'll get hey Vicky, you will get 10% discount. Plus right now, Black Friday, I don't know how long I'm going to keep this on for, because Black Friday was 2 days ago. You're going to get another 20% discount. And right now, I believe it's either $5 or $10 worth of Bitcoin they'll send to you as well in your wallet, so you can transfer those over. Hey, Michael. So it's a bumper pack of goodies you get with Tangem. And Tangem, probably some of you have maybe got crypto on different wallets, but Tangem allows you, if you want to, bring them all in together into one. And it's amazing. It's unhackable. There's 6 million customers throughout the world on Tangem, so that's a good credibility score. And it's never been hacked because of the technology. Because it's online, you go in, but without the physical key, no one can do anything, which puts you in control. And control is 97, which comes to crypto, 97, which comes to beautiful, which comes to through, which comes to Kennedy. So there you go, folks. So hey, Josh. But right now, if you're thinking about it, it's an amazing piece of kit. If you get the 2 cards, I think it's like $45 or something. If you get the 3, it's like 55, something like that. So it's really good value for money. Plus, you get the 10% discount automatically with Tom Numbers. You just click the link. You don't even have to enter a code. You can if you want. And you'll also get the 20% off extra, so 30% in total with the Black Friday offer. Black Friday is 92 numbers. Sneakers is the film that predicts XRP. And like I said, they'll give you a bonus into your wallet of I think it's $10 now. It's either 5 or 10, but I think it's 10 right now because of the Black Friday offer. And that will get you about $10. Will get you probably 4.5 XRP for free. So it's worth it, folks. It's worth it. So I'm very impressed with it. Hence, I'm letting you know about it. And a lot of you have taken up the offer because of the brilliant price right now for Black Friday weekend. So if you're thinking about it, I'd do it now. And as always, you can get your scaler device. You get the Tom Numbers discount, $30 off. And Sunday, traditionally Sunday, we do like a Sunday roast dinner. Anyone on PayPal, like I mentioned, the famous 5 at the beginning. If you want to send a PayPal, I'll thank you in tomorrow's show. And I'll also thank you personally. I know people like that personal touch from myself, so I try and do that the best of my ability, but definitely those that kind of put their head above the parapet send a PayPal, then I'm able to respond to you directly. And thank you, ask you where you're from, etc. So just wanted to put that out. So December. Does the Tangem replace the digital wallet? Yeah, so what you've got, digital wallets are known as hot wallets. So you've got things like Decent and Jarman, other wallets. They're called a hot wallet. Tangem is a cold wallet because it's got this physical offline component to it, which is your key. This is your key, you see, this is your key. You basically, what you do is you just enter your PIN number and then you tap your key to your phone, and then you're in, and that's what it does. You've got a black set, you can have a black one. This one is one that they sent me because it's a beautiful set of colors. It allows you to use the colors. But yes, what it is it's a cold wallet because it's an offline component, which adds that extra layer of security. So without your physical key, no one can do anything with your account, with your wallet, and it's unhackable because of this piece of kit. So that's what Tangem does. And when you purchase it, it's got a really brilliant piece of educational material in the terms and conditions. Usually I wouldn't read terms and conditions. I know it's always advisable to, but we get so many terms and conditions, people are just going to scan through them. I would advise you to read, when you purchase your Tangem wallet, to read the terms and conditions, because it's really very it's brilliantly written, and it's a very detailed piece of information that educates you on the process of crypto and on the security of it. So I'd recommend you to do that. 92 numbers, there you go, Black Friday 92. So to answer to your question, yeah, it would, the Tangem is a cold wallet, so you can look that up online. It will tell you that it's a cold wallet, it's an offline wallet, and it uses the interface of the internet, because obviously that's how you have to do that with wallets anyway. But it's simple. There's others that are out there, but they're far more complicated in my opinion. This is the most user-friendly, but it's the most secure, and it gives you that added peace of mind in terms of an actual key. And they give you 2 or 3 keys, so you can keep one on you, and then the other one, the backup key, or the 2 backup keys, what they advise is keep it in a secure location, maybe with a trusted relative or friend, maybe in a physical different location, maybe in a vault or a safe, something like that. Think of it as literally a vault to your crypto. I guess when people have hot wallets where you just enter a PIN number with your phone, that's your kind of key, and everyone has that with their phone. But this gives you a separate piece of kit, so you have to have your identifying password, you have to have your phone, and you also have to have your key. So it gives you the extra layer of security. And without the key, without this, it's unhackable. You can't do anything with it. And even if someone just had that, they'd have to have your phone and also your PIN number, or your key, or your password that you've chosen. So it makes it impregnable. And that's the beauty of it, you see. That's the beauty of it. And the other thing in numbers, Tangem 61 miracle, 61. So yeah, it's a really great piece of kit. And it's user-friendly. I know with crypto, even myself, there's been barriers to entry in the past because there's so many it's a new concept, there's different technicalities with it, but they've streamlined this in a super easy way. And you become you're the owner of your own. You become your own bank, really. You know. Hey, Stephen. You become your own. You know, the owner of your own bank. That's what it is. 119, Nikola Tesla redemption. 54 is bonds, love, orbs, scalar. Yeah. So that's why it would have. You know what? If I'd have come across Tangem maybe a few years ago, it would have been easier just to amalgamate and keep everything and be on top of it. But anyway, we learn as we move through this process. I think what it is it's the preface to the next bit when you get, like I did the video the other day with your quantum. So whenever that comes out, and everyone's proton light signature in their body will be their key. This is the step just behind it, from my understanding, from my study. So it's better than, you don't want to keep things on exchanges. Just so you're clear, you don't want to keep things on exchanges. Exchanges is where you can go in, you buy, and then you get out. It's a bit like, would you go into a supermarket? The supermarket's where you buy your food, or the farm, or wherever, but you wouldn't keep it there. You'd take it home and you use it and you look after it, whether it's a perishable good or it's innate and inert and it's something that, you know, is a non-perishable. But you wouldn't leave it in the store all the time. You'd keep it. And that's what the exchange is. You go in, buy, get out. And then it's like, where do you put it? And you can put it on, there's other things out there, but you can put it, or a number of things out there, but you can put it on a hot wallet, which is, you know, just a purely internet-based wallet, which is okay. But if you want an extra layer of security, and you want ease, and you want something that's unhackable, then Tangem is your one. Tangem is the one you should get. And that's where you go with the cards, you see. You just tap the card and away you go. And that's it. And you keep that private, you keep that secure, and they give you backup cards. Hence you can get 2 or 3 cards. And then you keep your 1 extra card in a safe location, a vault, or somewhere else that no one else knows access to it. But they also, when you have your card, unless they've got your password and unless they have your device, they can't do anything with it anyway. But the key, the ultimate, is your cards. That's what is the magic thing. Whereas other ones, you just type in your PIN number and you go into the hot wallet, which is just purely online. Internet is hot, cold is off, cold is offline. And Tangem ultimately is a cold wallet because of the physical key, which is what this is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the physical key. Oh, someone's put their lights on. There you go, confirming the truth of what I'm telling you. So hopefully that answers your question. Does that answer your question? And like I say, you've got the Black Friday offer right now, folks. You automatically get $10, 10% off with Tom Numbers when you hit the link. You don't want to forget your PIN, Stephen, but the beauty of this is even if you forget your PIN, as long as you have your key, so it's a good question, as long as you have your key, even if you forget your PIN, then you can get back into your wallet. So the key, these physical cards, are your ultimate to get. This is your wallet, basically. This is your key. This is a physical key. Hence, it's a physical device. It's a real device which I'm holding in my hands. So to answer your question, Steve, even if you forgot your PIN number or your password, it doesn't have to be. It's either a PIN number or a password or a combination of whatever, which can be letters and numbers. You choose it. If you forgot that, you shouldn't forget it. But if you did, as long as you have your physical key, one of your physical keys, you get back into your wallet. So it's your responsibility, obviously, to look after your keys. Hence, they give you backup ones. So you can have one on you for day to day, and then you can put one in a secure location. So even if you forgot your password, which you enter into your phone each time you access your wallet, then you're okay. You don't want to forget it. You want to be, you want to be responsible. You don't want to forget any of it. But if you did, as long as you have your physical key, physical card, then you're okay. Digital money is crypto, yeah, that's what it is. Someone's click. I'm not sure what you mean by someone's click. The physical device. Basically, ultimately, folks, so if you lost your phone, which you don't want to do, but if you did, if you lost your phone and if you lost your password, which you choose, as long as you keep your physical, as long as you have your physical card, then you're okay. You'd have to go through a procedure to reenact your, get onto a new phone. But basically, this is it. So with crypto, you have something called your seed phrase, which is the thing that they say write down effectively, and that's the thing that you write down on paper, and you don't let anyone have that. That's all kept securely. This is the same principle, but this is your seed phrase here in this. So you don't even need a seed phrase. You just have your physical card. So no one can actually use this. No one can actually get into it. Okay. It's only you. So combination of this with your password and your device, that's the only thing that can get into your crypto. Okay, so that's why it's the most secure thing out there. All right. But click the link, have a study, or go straight ahead and purchase. And the tutorial and all the education on it is very, very illuminating, very educational and reassuring on the protocol with Tangem. All right, so hopefully that answers your questions. So the crypto, to answer your question, where did you go? Glennis, so to answer your question, so crypto is all on ledgers. So you have the XRP ledger, you have the Stellar ledger, Bitcoin, not as saying get on Bitcoin, but anyway, we're just Ethereum, all of them, they're ledgers, which is basically, it's a kind of checks and balances. And so it has all the recorded information of who's got what crypto, and that's all done on the ledger. And then the way that you access the ledger is through your keys, which is your seed phrase, and then that's put into your app, usually on a hot wallet. But even when you have a cold wallet, you still need that seed phrase. But the seed phrase is built into your card here. So this is your key. The seed phrase is synonymous with your key, your crypto key. And so when people do things on exchanges, effectively your seed phrase, your key, is on the exchange, and therefore they actually have ultimate control of it. And anybody that's done a little bit of crypto will see sometimes the exchanges and banks can get a little bit uppity and will say, hang on, we're going to limit your movements right now. We're going to do X, Y, Z check, and we're going to restrict it. Whereas when you have your key, when you own the key, you own your crypto. The key is the access to Pandora's box. The key is the access to the ledger, which is the vault, which holds all the crypto. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So the seed phrase, your Tangem key, seed phrase is the key. That's what it is. And that's why back in the day, and still now, people will write it down and they hide it. The only problem with that is you could lose it, or someone could find it. If you hide it, you should be okay. But with Tangem, your seed phrase is built into this key. So as long as you keep your keys, it's impregnable, because you still, when you log in, you still need your password, and you still need your device, your phone, to log in. You see? Does that make sense? And that's why it's they have 6 million accounts and they've never been hacked, which is an important thing. It's an important thing. So there's all these varieties of things you can do with crypto. And when you get through all permutations, the main thing is you need to control the key, which is the seed phrase, which is that unique set of words. You need to control them. And that's what it is. So that's what you need to do. Hopefully that answers your questions, folks. To answer the questions. They're good questions, and hopefully it educates you a bit more on what it is. Hey Angela, you're welcome. Hey Stephen, you're welcome. Yeah, it's important because that's where it's going, you see. That's the thing that's going. That's where it's going. So I've got some important news for you to share as well. So let's take the example of XRP right now. And this is a nice demonstration of the kit. So this isn't my... I'll probably get some other ones from them to show you the other colors and cards options. So you can have as many wallets as you want, or you can just create one wallet. But this is one that they sent me, so I'm able to show you, demonstrate this to you. So they'll probably send me another one in a short while with different colors. There's some American flag ones as well. You can get American flag ones. So those that are American might want to get the American flag cards. But this particular batch isn't my keys because I don't need these per se, but I'm showing you for demonstration purposes. But I could activate this and have this as a wallet if I wanted to. If you have no cell service, you'll just have to wait till you get cell service. But that's a good question as well. So if things like the grid go down, that's the other thing. The Tangem key is also EMP safe as well. It goes through all that. So when you read all the fine print, when you get through it, it's actually protected. There's nothing on it. So if an EMP took place, your key is protected as well, which is really cool. So we're going to talk about XRP a little bit. So XRP in numbers comes to 58. Another word that comes to 58 in numbers comes to NESARA. NESARA. So National Economic Securities and Reformation Act, which is America. And then GESARA is global. Now, and we know that XRP is an American company. It's based in San Francisco. If I remember right, I think San Francisco comes to 109, which comes to the word 17. California comes to 88 Trump. So you can see where that's going. There's 100 billion XRP apparently in circulation, or well, in total. There's about 61, 62. See, that's interesting, about 61 billion. 61 is Tangem, miracle. And then the rest is held in escrow. So there's about 39, maybe 38 billion XRP yet to be released right now. And I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, I believe ultimately that people will have all the same access to wealth and resources eventually when we get to however far down the continuum that we get to when we go into the fifth dimension. Remember, the fifth dimension is 184 in numbers. Deoxyribonucleic, your DNA is 184, and also smart contracts is 184. Okay, which is all to do with the protocols of the quantum financial system and the good crypto, etc., the X coins. So if XRP equals 58, 58 equals NESARA 58. So the question is, once they're saying that institutions and people that have got XRP, they buy up all the liquidity, and that was the other thing they said recently, that liquidity is getting shorter on one of the exchanges like Binance, for example. You've still got this 38 billion XRP, which is in escrow, which is held by Ripple, and they drip feed that out over time. What if we see later down the line, and I believe something like this is coming, that Ripple with President Trump and others that will come to the front in terms of NESARA, will announce that there will be some kind of allocation of those escrow coins of XRP for the rest of the world, for humanity. So if there's 7 to 8 billion people, some say there's less, but however many billions of people there are on the planet, those escrow coins, it could be you could have perhaps 4 or 5 XRP each. Then you would wonder, well, what would the value of those XRP coins be? Well, we've got things like birth certificates, haven't we? And we know that we're worth billions, but we've been traded like cattle, like chattel and cattle on those markets. President Trump has already said and already given the executive order many months ago, earlier in the year, where he basically said we're going from paper straws to plastic straws. So he was saying that basically the straw man, the paper straw man, has been broken, has been destroyed. Hey Kirk, fantastic, excellent. What colors did you get? Did you get 2 or 3 cards? What colors did you get? You might have got the black ones, which are cool, or you might have got some of the colored ones. But glad you got them. That will really hold you in good stead. So thanks for sharing. So President Trump has said that basically, excellent, black set 3, that's nice. They're nice. The black ones are really lovely. Hey, Brandy. So President Trump has gone from paper straws to plastic straws. I've said this before, but the new film, which talks about a redistribution, a crypto redistribution, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, with Atlas, he mentions plastic straws. Well, one of his counterparts that is helping him with it, he mentions plastic straws, and I was like, President Trump has already mentioned plastic straws. Plastic straws indicates a changing, going from the paper straw man. He's basically saying that's done with, and so when that's done, that means the bond that people were yoked under of this false paradigm will be released, or is being released, and therefore, how would people have access to their wealth fund? That everyone's basically worth many billions on paper, on plastic, on crypto, on the quantum financial system. How would they access that? Well, they show at the beginning of this film, they give everybody a crypto wallet, a seed phrase, a password into their account. And so what's to say that this escrow of XRP will be divvied up equally amongst the global population? I think there's a very high chance and probability, in fact, I think something like that, whether it's directly through XRP or something else linked to it, I think will be the case, folks. Hey Eric, I'm glad. Perfect. I'm glad that you got that. I'm glad you got that. And Tangem, when you get your card, it's really great. All that information that I've just shared with you, they go through that really clearly. So it's really good. But ultimately, it's like Elon said. Elon said last week that because of AI and robotics, the good version, which the white hats are funneling through this timeline that we're going through, the Great Awakening, things like money will become kind of nothing. And become nothing. It won't be. Yeah, it will disappear. But it will be, because everyone's got equal access to resources. That's the way that you sustain a fair system. Let's face it, this has been a bondage system that we've been under, and many of us, including myself and you, my wonderful viewers. Hey Glennis, so the promo, you're asking where the promo code for Tangem is. So yeah, if you just click the link below, it will say Tom Numbers, it's Tangem, and then it's /Tom Numbers. That's your promo code. So you just click it, and then when you go through to the checkout, you'll have a Black Friday promo code, which is automatically included because of the Black Friday offer, and that will say 20% off. And then below that, it will have Tom Numbers, and it will say 10%. So you're getting 20% plus 10%. You're getting 30% in total right now because of the Black Friday offer. So you don't actually need to enter any code. If you want to, if it doesn't come up for some reason, you can enter Tom numbers and you'll get that. But it will actually, the system's so clever, it does it automatically. So you'll have at the top of, when you go through to the order page, it will clearly say the Black Friday 20% offer, and it will also, oh, you're welcome, and it will also say Tom numbers, the 10% off. And they add those together because they're a good company, they're generous, they're sharing both of the promo codes with you. Plus you'll get 5 or 10% Bitcoin for free. I think it's 10% right now, but you'll see that it will tell you that in the offer, and when you get your wallet it will appear, and then you can keep that in Bitcoin if you want, or you can exchange it into some other coins like XRP or XLM or XDC or HBAR or ADA, however you want to do it, you know. So but what was I saying just before that? What was I talking about? Yeah, the paper straw man and the new system. Yeah, so Elon was saying basically that money won't necessarily be a thing in the future. How far that, I mean, he said 10, 20 years. He said 10 years is a long time. But I see that, I've felt that for a long time, and I've mentioned it a number of times on my show, that everything everywhere all at once is 350. They mentioned 350 in the F1 film. But ultimately that's what will happen. And I believe probably this escrow of XRP, because it's the financial rails of the new financial system, meaning it's everywhere, it will be highly valued and highly sought after. But everybody, I believe, in the world will have a piece of XRP. That's what's come to me in terms of my downloads. It makes sense. I believe that's probably facts. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone will have access to it. 151 is Drain the Swamp. 151 is NESARA the Reset. 151. 93 is Bushnell Strong Flotus. So that's what's coming. And we can let things fully play out, or you can take advantage of it and take some responsibility and secure your, I mean, if there's an opportunity to make things easier for yourself now, that's what all of this is. This is what all of this, ultimately, we're going in the right direction and we'll get to where we're going, into the new world. But if you want to have a better advantage right now, then it's, no, I never said that. Is that a real question? Did you say Zimbabwe currency wasn't going to be any good? No, I've never said that. I don't know what that is. That is a real question, or is that a troll question? I think you're a real one, Keener. I'm sure you are. You've been here a number of times, if I remember rightly. No, Zim will have its place. Yeah, Zim will have its place. I'm sure in the humanitarian efforts where the world has to be improved and upgraded. So, no misquoting of me. If it was an innocent question, it's an innocent question. But I don't know how you got to that conclusion or question. But I think you're a real one, Keener, because I'm sure I recognize your name. I'm pretty sure I recognize your name. So, no, Zim has its place for sure. But the way it's rolling out right now, it looks like they're doing the first things with the crypto, and then all these tranches. And I think it will, as President Trump has said, it's a transition to greatness. And it looks to me like they're rewiring the financial system. People can get in on that at first. And then all these other things like currencies and all the rest of it will come into being. So, yeah. And there'll be more than enough for everybody. But why not, have a more pleasurable ride right now? NESARA, pieces of it have already been in place since COVID. Think of all things like furlough. I mean, where did that come from? All of a sudden there was all this injection of cash to cover the other effects of COVID. So we went through that, we saw that. So what's coming, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. What's coming, everybody will have exactly what they need and require. But while we're still in the battle, because we're still in the war, we're still in the fight, it's prudent to take stock and to do things according to what you are required. 164 plus 100, 264. That's a very big number. It's a very important number. So yeah, ding dong. Hit the hype button if you would, folks. No, 19. In Vietnam, it was 19. Vietnam was in that film I saw just the other day, Primitive War, and they did talk about pulling the plug. They mentioned it was a theme, very, very much so in that film, pulled the plug, Vietnam. Will we see something with Vietnam? Vietnam is featured in the end of the film Tenet. Vietnam, depending on how you spell it with an extra A, is 84, which is million, or with the extra A is 85, which is Silver Storm, Matrix Awakening, and then if you add the apostrophe, 133, which is Trump plus Vance, Terminator, Simulation, Government, White House. Take your pick on the numbers, how you want to go. Yeah, so hopefully that's clear in terms of Tangem, but it's a great piece of kit, and it's a brilliant offer that you've got right now, and relatively for what it is, it's a very low purchase in terms of what you're getting. The hype button, I think you get, well, I've been told you get 3 each week, so maybe in a few days it will refresh for you, but keep trying. Thank you. So we've got 162. It was the 162nd day of the year when I met Ivanka. Ivanka's 58 XRP, and 107 is Quantum, which is XRP plus XLM. 108 Twilight. So who remembers that I've been talking about the Twilight films almost the last 3-4 weeks now, because I've seen each week they've been releasing a new film, and the 5th one is top of your game. There you go. Thanks to President Trump, always says top of your game. So the Twilight series has been re-released, and I've really enjoyed watching them. But who mentioned the word Twilight about 2 days ago on Truth Social? President Trump. President Trump mentioned Twilight, and they've re-released the Twilight films, and I've been mentioning them and covering them in our shows. So President Trump, see, this is how it works, you see, folks. We always get comms. We always get confirmation. And Twilight in numbers is 108. In the film Tenet, it says we live in a Twilight world. Twilight is 108, which is Fitzgerald. President Trump referred to Twilight, a book apparently. Someone written a book and he was commenting on it, but he's highlighted it, and that's a double com on what we've been talking about with Twilight. So all these things are telling us that we're on track. We're going in the right direction. What is coming is inevitable, and we keep going forward. We keep going forward. We get the Easter eggs each day which sustains us, and we keep moving forward. But I've been talking about Twilight because they've re-released the films. The Q team wanted me to watch those films. I've got personal codes and other codes I've shared with you on it, and then lo and behold, the great man himself, President Trump, mentions Twilight just 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, maybe the hype button's just available after the stream. So once we finish the stream, hit the hype. So yeah, but is that clear in terms of Tangem? Is that clear? Hopefully it is. But right now, like I said, you're getting 30% off. You're getting 10% off with Tom numbers, and you're getting there you go. And you're getting another 20% off through Oh, perfect, Linus. Perfect. Excellent. There you go. Fantastic. I'm glad you got it. It will serve you well. This is a brilliant piece of kit. It gives you peace of mind, and it educates you about crypto as well. And like I said, I believe this is the prerequisite. This is the forerunner to when we go into the full system of where it will be a quantum holographic proton energy signature that has all of our crypto. Yeah, it's a great wallet. Yeah. Hey Linda, how long have you been with Tangem? Did you get it through myself, or you might sound from your question maybe you were onto Tangem beforehand? But it's a brilliant kit. It's a brilliant piece of kit, and it's simple. It's user friendly. That's the other thing. It takes a lot of the confusion out of it. It simplifies it for you, but also gives you that extra layer of protection, that extra peace of mind by you holding the physical keys. So it's a brilliant piece of kit, and it's brilliantly done. I mean, it comes in a beautiful box. It's like a jewelry box. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So excellent. All right, folks, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, much love. God bless. And anyone that sends a PayPal for a Sunday roast, I will thank you tomorrow in the chat, in the show, by name, and I'll thank you personally on PayPal. So good. All right, folks, God bless.